stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
What's up, crypto fam? Welcome to the Extra Bullish Hour with your hosts, the Bagman, Berserker, Uncle Buster, and Fuma Boys. Smash those likes and the subscribe button on the way in. Thanks, fam.
Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up, pump it to the moon. Pump my bags up. XRP, pump it to the moon. Pump it up, pump my bags up. Pump it up.
Now buckle up and let's get bullish. Extra bullish.
Extra bullish. Pump it up. Pump that up.
Pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up. Pump it to the
I found some. I found some too. Let's go.
Pump it to the moon. Pump it up. Pump my bags up. Pump it up.
Listen to those. Listen to Fuma's the Zerker thing.
You got a fat guy. That's my rebel boy.
Better turn in that change for some more XRP.
That McDonald's.
Hey man, I used to do the change thing, man, and you know those big old Alhambra jugs.
Mm-hmm.
How people do the water. You fill that up. I filled it up. It was like $2,600.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a couple years to do it, but it's no joke, man. You fill that thing up, you know, as long as you're not stealing the quarters out of it. You know how people save change but take all the quarters. But yeah, it was $2,500, man. I got like right now it's like this high, but I just don't really mess with it no more because we're in the final zone of liftoff. Change does not apply anymore. Let's go.
Final zone.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Final zone.
Shout out to everybody.
Account. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Extra bullish hour, another one every Sunday, 10:05. Shout out to Uncle Buster, Berserker, Fuma, GDLT, everybody up in the chat. Appreciate you guys stopping by, smashing the likes for the extra bullish hour. What's up, everybody?
Chilling, man.
What up,
Good to be
Pimpin'?
here.
Thanks for having
Let's
us.
go.
Good morning, y'all.
Dollar cost average, y'all. Get them bags packed. I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah, the price came down a little bit. I thought I was going. I was like, oh, word, I'm in.
Recycle them cans. Let's go.
Do what you can. Better get some blood out here.
Thanks for
I'd
having
say,
us back.
you
man.
know, dollar cost average if you got a nice bag, but if you don't have much, bro, you just better go. It's go time, man.
It's go
Get
time.
what you can in.
That's the cold as ice on that, man. He's like, look, y'all had 5 years, man. I don't care. You should be packed back right now.
When we went to 88 cents, I mean, I've got a lot of people in personally. Bro, like 5 people messaged me, man. I was like, dang, they still got my number. I got them in like 4 years. And they're like, should I buy more? You're like, man. I was like, dude, I don't like telling you to buy at 80 cents on a run. I'm like, but if you've been dicking around for 4 years and you just only had what you had, I would start getting serious, man.
Yeah, because they be calling you right now. What the hell is this? 60 cents?
Then I think it'll go down, but it's crazy, man, how the mind works. I think it's part of balancing your emotions, you know, mastering your emotions.
Then they sell and they never get back in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
once, man.
They want
you know
it
how
to be
much
so
lost?
easy. You put money in, money go up. If money go down, they sell. That's
And,
what
you know,
they-
somebody, even stock guys, like I've never been the stock guy, but we've learned the emotion of investing by being in crypto. But you could tell someone, and if you showed them a chart of just green, they'd be on it.
Yeah.
You know, but if you showed them a chart on a 50% dip, they'd be like, "Ooh, I don't know about that." You know,
I
they
think
should
the
know
thing
about it
with
now
me
with their
is, like,
stock market, with their stock portfolios. If you have a stock portfolio right now, you're looking into it, you see so many Qs or you'll see so many digits, and the digits mean the stock is just gone, zeroed, dead. So Crypto's the best way for me.
And I mean, we've talked about this before with the ascending floor of crypto is like people just don't have the patience. Like you could tell them like you put money in, money does go up, but it goes up in 5 years. It's not, it goes up the next day. It's not, it goes up the next week. It's next 5 years, this will be up. You know, whatever investment you throw in.
Yeah, I honestly think some of the, even crypto still has that stigma on it, like it's illegal. I had a friend of mine was like, hey, you know, I want to sign up for this exchange and they wanted my driver's license and my name and all my information. I'm like, yeah, you gotta register. Like, oh, I'm not so sure about that. I'm like, oh, you still have that stigma that it's underground illegal, right? I'm like, whatever, you don't have to do it.
And then that's when you put your tinfoil hat and just commit completely. You're like, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there we go, man.
Oh yeah, you ain't gonna make it.
That's when you just start talking to them and completely commit to the. You just tell them everything about XRP. Tell them everything.
Shout out to Tiller with the $2 super sticker. One up.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, man. Even after the lawsuit, people are reluctant.
Right.
After everything's legitimized,
they're still looking for it.
The animals are acting weird, Berserker.
That's your sign, bro. That's the sign.
Yeah, that's the sign before the storm.
People, bro, the animals, it's like a metaphor. The people on Twitter falling off, fighting with each other. Man, it's crazy, dude. Mr. I, Crypto Eddie, we were talking about all kinds of stuff the other day, and it blows my mind, man. People are just falling off like flies. We got like...
And meanwhile, we're noticing freaking airdrops happening for XRP holders all of a sudden coming out. Like, you know, you got a XX Network and Evernode. Yes, the Evers. I can't wait. That sounds awesome. So, okay. There's drama going on, but there's good stuff happening, man. We got XRP Bags' album that dropped. We got freaking his airdrops that are going on too. And, you know, we're getting a lot of activity.
Forever.
Yeah, the Evernote.
I love it. Boom. What do we got, Bagman? What do we got?
We got Crypto Eddie.
What's up, Crypto Eddie? Oh, never mind.
Chris, I think Chris Dangerfield talking about the airdrop here.
I thought she was jumping
For me, huge. This is, when this is all in place, this is the XRP ledger grown up. It is the ability to genuinely say XRP ledger can compete with Ethereum, right? It would be a lie today to say that it can, because it doesn't have smart contracts. But with this new sidechain and these new amendments and with Evernote, genuinely, you are pretty much only limited by your ability to think what you want to do. That's how powerful it is.
So when Wita says that the hooks is a lightweight smart contract, it does about 90% of what the EVM is capable of doing. But when you add Evernote on top of that, it can do maybe equal or even more possibly than what an EVM chain can do. So that's exciting for the XRP ledger, and it's exciting for the XRP holders.
Absolutely, yeah. That's why I'm so excited, and I'm always talking about hooks and Evernote all the time. So it's good.
Nice. Yeah, I heard that you gotta in order to get that airdrop, you gotta have your coins on a cold wallet. You gotta take them off exchanges. So take Fuma's advice. Fuma's been telling us all along.
Should already be there.
Hey,
should already be there. Like, how many people bitch about Coinbase and holding your stuff, man? It's like, yeah, you should already be getting
legendary.
I just bought the Ellipal Mini too. I'm about to hook that thing up probably today or tomorrow. But
I gotta hook mine up still too.
It's fucking. It looks clean. You know, it's a clean looking machine, man. So.
Dude, I've been loving the Sum wallet, to be telling you the truth, and like now that we're getting this Evers, I love Sum wallet, and at the end of the day, it's you have your keys, right? That's what it is. Not your keys, not your crypto. So whether you're on Ellipal or Sum wallet, as long as you got the access to your keys, that's what matters, right? That's what matters at the end of the day. So I'm loving like just consolidating a good amount here on some Sum wallets and getting these airdrops. you know, waiting for Evers and XX Network and stuff and what they're doing there. Obviously, I want to have a lot of diversity, and, you know, cold wallet is a thing, but you do have, you know, you have your keys, right? So it's a cold wallet nonetheless. So I've been loving the
I mean, I'll put some bag. I'll put a bag on some, but I won't even put. I got to do cold, air gapped. You know, so I left Ledger, so that's why I got the Ellipal. So now I'm Ellipal, decent, safe pal.
But yeah, but what are these? They're just.
We lost G.
Got frozen in time.
Saying, okay, this is like it's stored on a piece of paper.
Oh, start over. You froze up.
Start over. You froze. Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. The Matrix got you.
Oh, I was saying at the end of the day, these are like hardware devices that you're storing your crypto on, but it's really the crypto is stored on your seed phrase, so it's still on a piece of paper that you've recorded your seed phrase on. That's where the heart of everything is. Because if you lose your hardware device, let's say, as long as you still have that seed phrase, you could buy another hardware device and it allows you to access your crypto again, right? Yeah. But if it's backed up by the XRP blockchain, for example, so same thing with Sum Wallet. If you have your seed phrase, your original seed phrase, and let's say you lose your Sum account, you still have access to your seed phrase where you can create a new account and recover your Sum Wallet. So like, I just don't see I'm just trying to bring up like a kind of interesting argument here where it's like, what is the real difference at the end of the day? You know, like we're just depending on a hardware device, but really we're depending on words, right? That we record on a piece of paper.
Well, the words are just as important, but if someone gets a hold of my phone or hacks my phone with the cold storage that are air gapped, you can't take it off without connection, without showing proof of the device, right?
Oh, I see.
That's the difference. Yeah. I get you. If I hit a bad link on Twitter and my phone's compromised, and I've done it, and my Sum's been fine because my phone got compromised when we went to Vegas the first time.
And, no, but that's a good point. I hear you. Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna just tell y'all, let's just keep it real. Just send me your keys and I'll be all good for you. All right. Send them to me. I'm complaining.
I trust you, Fuma.
In Fuma, we trust.
He's the hard knocks.
Yeah, the Ellipal is 100% air gapped and offline, and it's like anti-disassembly. So if anyone gets inside, it's pretty much useless.
Right.
So, yeah. Just send me your keys, y'all. Y'all tripping for no reason, man. Send me your keys.
Those are beautiful details, bro. A lot of people don't realize that, Bags. That like if someone tries to tamper with it or hack it physically, you can't even get in it.
Also, you can throw your seeds over here on an ARG plate. They got the Sum version, and then they got the regular version for regular keys.
Yeah, that's dope.
And I've dealt with this. I do have the decent. But I haven't fucked with the decent a lot. You know, I transferred some stuff on there. But what I liked about the first Ellipal when I had the Titan was how easily you can store the addresses. So, you know, if you're moving to a certain addresses, you don't have to worry about copy and pasting and make sure you're doing it right. You know, you have your saved address list, and the Ellipal is like really nice with that. Especially
they also got this too.
I still get scared when I move a big amount. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. You know.
No, right? Yeah.
You can also pick one of these up from Ellipal. It's a Ellipal Joy seed phrase generator.
Oh, sick!
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
So you can roll out your own seed.
Crypto Tamagotchi. Let's go.
You can roll out your own seed. 100% air gap. So you're locked in.
He said, "See,
that's tight."
Berserker with that Tamagotchi, man. I like that. That's a thing that I've been seeing crypto trying to do in terms of the gaming stuff. Is like trying to do like Pokemon-esque things with crypto gaming and whatever. I'm interested to see how that plays out, man. Because like you may like Pokemon may become a reality where you get paid to be like a trainer for like people's like digital like monsters that they freaking are NFT'd and like are high quality, and you can like trade them off and make money off of them and stuff like that. Like
data and communications worked
for sure. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Inspector Music said send one test XRP before you send it. Yeah, dude, I do that, but when you send big amounts, it's still scary. You know, you can test all day, and then when
yeah, when you're first getting in, you learn all that shit. You send up mess up transactions, forget the memo and all that.
Yeah, I don't mess with stuff that's got memos anymore. I'm transferring off. I rarely transfer onto an exchange now. I'm like, done it, but I've been there and messed up a couple small little bags. But for the most part, I'm with you. If it's got a memo, it's not for me. Not right now.
Chris Larson, let's go.
Yeah, Chris Larson money has not been interoperable until now.
In the way that data and communications worked in the world. You know, before the internet, I mean, it was extremely expensive to communicate. Lots of people didn't have access to communication. I remember, I'm pretty old, so when I used to, as a kid, traveling in Europe or a teenager, I used to remember having to line up in front of these phone centers, wait in line for a long time, and then you'd make this crazy expensive call to my parents. And that was kind of the nature of communications, back before the internet. And that's all those walls have come down. So we take it for granted that, look, we can communicate with anybody on Earth basically for free with a single protocol of whether it be an email address or even, phone numbers too. We take that for granted. There's complete interoperability of communications and data. That's not how it's worked in money until now. So very much money has been like communications were pre-internet. Very expensive. They don't interoperate, right? Every country is its own island. Billions of people don't have access, right? And the sort of the gatekeepers to all of that take enormous, tolls and fees, and that's a bad thing. That's holding back the world. And
bullish, straight bullish.
Yeah,
man, they're getting sued still. Chris Larson, BG, bro. Crazy.
That's just salt in the game.
Man, well, dude, this whole episode. Well, like this whole episode's about whether or not, if you guys read the title, this episode's about whether or not Ripple's evil. A lot of that shit's been going on lately, guys, and so
if what?
It's kind of crazy if Ripple is for evil.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Love Live Hill. She just dropped her Lionsgate portal video. Check it out on YouTube. She just dropped it in the comments. Check it out.
Nice.
The gates are officially closed. We could be on different realms on this panel up here. If you guys didn't hit the gate. I did a swan dive through that motherfucker right there.
What's this, Jimmy Valley? What's this, dude?
This is what you're talking about. Today's pretty much topic is Ripple evil. We got Jimmy Valley says Warren Davidson deserves a spot on this poster. ETH Gate. And we got Digital Asset Investor says he finally says it. The same congressman who never called for an investigation of ETH Gate corruption, despite all the video evidence and timeline, is now calling Ripple evil after their SEC victory. He says CBDCs are no different than any other technology.
Not only is there this token XRP, here's what we Ripple can do for you. And the creepy thing that I don't like about Ripple personally is that they're helping governments develop central bank digital currencies, which is evil. But that's part of the pitch that they're doing, right? So that's why it does look like, well, it looks like a certain amount of control being exerted by Ripple over how XRP can even function as a token within what Ripple's really trying to develop for the institutional investor. So the pitch deck really was different for them. And, that made sense to me. Not only is there this token XRP, here's what...
Bro, that's crazy, bro. That's a senator.
So
that's Warren Davidson.
If you break down what he said, this is how crazy he sounds. Since the world has been spinning, governments have been creating their own currencies, right? Am I wrong? They have. From every country in Africa, France, Europe, Russia, everyone creates their own currency. Now, what he does not tell you, and I had to research this on myself. I believe it was an Italian guy who came up with the currency printing machine, right? He created this machine and would print money for different countries. And I'm not mistaken, he would literally wouldn't take his payment in cash. He'd only take it in gold. So if you think about it, for the longest of times, private companies have been creating cash for governments. You guys don't have to believe me. You can look it up. Next time I'll bring the links. So now he's saying because Ripple is working with banks and countries, it's evil, but no one talks about the people who created even the ink for cash for different countries.
Yeah. Dude.
No country has created their own printing machine. It's been private companies that's done it.
Bro, LEET, Bagman, LEET says it. I think he hit it on the head, bro.
What
in the
say?
comments. He said, what was it? CBDCs and cash. Let me see if I can find it. LEET, shout out, bro. There we go. CBDC evil just as much as cash, for fuck's sake. For sure, dude.
Same thing, bro.
The fucking dude, our dollar bill has the all-seeing eye pyramid on the back of it. Like, come on.
They get us to chase the paper, and then they use the paper to buy all the gold and silver. You know what I'm saying? And now CBDCs are going to be buying gold, silver, and XRP. With the CBDCs or whatever.
It's going to make us right, for sure. It's going to make us rich, but at the same time, the general public, they just think it's going to be like, what do you call it? The social credit system, like where they could turn off your money at any time. And that's the narrative they're pushing right now. But like, let's say they change the name. They change it to stablecoin versus CBDC. Same principle. It just doesn't have a scary name.
Bullish Moonboy says Ripple can be evil as long as they keep using XRP.
Funny thing is, if Quant or Stellar were getting this kind of love, nobody would be saying they're evil. It would just be like, oh, that's bullish. Or if Hedera was getting that type of love, oh, that's bullish. That's so cool. But no, for some reason, Ripple just has this stigma and this hate just because they're so damn confident. And sometimes you hate people like that. You think they're arrogant because you're just like, damn it, dude. I just want to take you off your cloud, right? And that's what the crypto people and maxis want to do, is try to take Ripple off the cloud, take XRP off the cloud here. But sorry, y'all, it's revenge tour season. Get ready for it. Get ready for some shocking news. Is Ripple ultimately evil? I mean, do you guys think the internet is evil? Like going back to what Chris Larson was saying, having this single API or whatever that allows everybody to have access to messaging. Do you guys think that's evil? Is it evil if we get access to payments or being able to send payments like we do message?
No, but they could use that as
the people who control.
Either way they would do that. It's going to be with whatever digital currency. It'll be with either way with Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any of these digital assets. Whichever one becomes the chosen one, people will say, "Is this evil?" Because it's a digital payment system that is traceable.
I'm gonna tell you what's evil. High transaction fees. That's evil.
Oh yeah. There we go, Kuma. There we go.
Just keep it real. Oh, you want to change this $5 from here to there? It's going to cost you $35.
I think it just depends who's in power and who's controlling the technologies and what they use them for or decide to use them for.
Exactly. I think there's a play for this whole world to change for the good, and there's a play for us to get locked up even more in slavery. But
and sometimes that's why we do these like extra bullish hours, or we stream daily talking about XRP, is because this is the chance right here, you guys. This is the chance to like affect the balance of powers accumulating. XRP, because people are going to be fighting over drops in the future, right? Is being part of that balance, being part of that change and bringing it, in this future. Like, and that's what they're trying to prevent, right? Is trying to prevent as many of us being part of this digital financial system of the future. And so this is the time, this is like the place to be taking advantage and being able to make a good impact on the future.
Yeah, well said. But dude, how are we going to avoid it? What are we going to do? Like, we're not going to, there's not enough population to turn us all into God's money, which is like gold and silver. We're going to do shave off pieces of gold bar and fucking transact with that. Like it's just impractical.
But
so
in our heads,
what do you got, bro? You got big man.
It's like, I don't know. To me, it's like good or bad. But the control ain't going to go away, because either way, let's say this thing is completely good and they're about to shake some shit up over the next 6 months. Somebody still has control of everything, right? But in my mind, they could have more control, but they can still stop all this dumb shit going around, you know, with the trafficking and all this, you know. There's an opportunity. Yeah, it could be more control for them, but do we really need all this crazy satanic stuff going around?
No, exactly. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. The spiritual stuff underneath it all is whack, man. It's whack.
We got big DJT, bro. What's he got? What's this?
We got Mr. Intuitive, the pause.
And one of
this is gonna be good.
Beautiful things of the pause, if there is such a thing as a beautiful thing, but one of the important factors of the pause is that we see how bad they've done. So we will be able to do it properly, and it will be much easier. Everybody will agree with us, because everybody sees what a bad job has been done during this 2-year period, and it will be a 4-year period. Everybody sees that. It will be much easier for us to do what has to be done. And one of the beautiful things...
that's bullish, bro. That's bullish, right there. I saw some tweet, man. I saw a tweet yesterday, and they're just like, "Oh, you think you think CBDCs, Trump's going to bring that about? Well, think again." And it was like some Darren Moore Rothschilds thing. And it was like from 2018. Yeah, and it's like, okay. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
See, no, exactly, man. I think it's funny because what CBDCs is going to be really bringing is more nationalism to everybody's respective countries, because you're unlocking all the dormant capital. You're bringing more resources back to the homeland, the motherland for all these countries. So you're going to have nationalism like you never had before. So Americans being made in America and everything like that, like more than ever before here, and everything being transacted with US dollar within the US. And then same thing in Russia and China. They're just going to be more national. Like the power of these silos will increase, but the bridges are going to finally be there and built.
So
that's the globalization that they're talking about there. It's not like this hive mind Earth type of thing. It's like, no, all these countries being very nationalistic and like being, for their respective country, but also having a global marketplace happening as well.
So I posted 2 links in the chat for everybody to see. One was a link talking about the history of printing money, and it talks about this company called De La Rue. And then I posted a link to De La Rue's website. Y'all go take a look at De La Rue. I think a lot of this has to do with control of money. Who gets to print it, who gets to own it, who's in charge of it, right? And if you go to a CBDC, which can be used for bad stuff, depending on who's running it, but a CBDC will really be linked to a host country and their rules and how to spend money. You can tell certain people in the U.S. don't want that, right? They don't want, I don't think it's more for the U.S. They don't want other countries saying how they're going to spend their money. Look at France right now, what they're doing with Niger. Just look at that.
Right.
Their deployment had nothing to do with, their deployment wanted to go out there, has nothing to do with human rights. It has everything about the uranium they've been running their reactors on for years and reselling it.
Well, like as a whole, the narrative that I've perceived and like paid attention to and looked at, the narrative is like, oh, okay, all these Ripple's making all these connections. And then if it's for good and with Trump and everything, then it's like a switcheroo. They could like break down the walled gardens of these like private JP Morgan connections and all that shit. And it's like, it goes deep, man. This whole theory goes deep. But at the end of the day, bro, as long as we got some shit getting cleaned up in the country and then like the CBDC nationalism, that's all good. At the end of the day, that's the way I look at it. And like I said, we can't stop it. So might as well buy a ticket.
We're due for a massive economic boom, and I think there's a lot of fear with CBDCs and this new digital world we're going into, but it's going to bring a massive economic boom for a lot of countries and for the world. Like this is, bigger than the internet right? The internet already changed the world so much with being able to send messaging. Now being able to send value instantly, 24/7, a 24/7 global marketplace. It's going to be extremely bullish.
That guy's shirt in that video looks like a jumpsuit.
He's waking up.
I'm waking up. CAG
Shout
Films.
out, CAG's Films sent me this in a DM. He said we should check this out.
Nice.
Should we run it?
Run it,
Run
bro.
All right, let's do it.
We got faith in CAG Films, man.
It's the extra bullish hour. Let's go. Thanks for hitting the like, y'all.
We got coffee time coming up.
As someone who's developed a CBDC, and I'm sure you're familiar with the SEC versus Ripple case, when the XRP ledger has not been deemed a security anywhere else in the world, and yet here in the United States, it has been brought a case up against it. What are your thoughts on that?
Multiple thoughts. First, I told the founder of Ripple in 2013 that his technology is a scam, and it was.
David Schwartz?
Yes. At the time, they were fighting over the tokens, and they were trying to split up the party. But the bottom line, the technology itself, the way it was built with a 5-second latency, had serious flaws. That, first of all, it's not blockchain technology. It's a database replication methodology. They basically run multiple databases around the world and replicate between them. Nothing blockchain whatsoever in the Ripple technology. On top of that, to run that replication technology, they were running 5-second latency between those servers, which created an incredible opportunity for arbitrage. Their first business case was to use FX and replicate the corresponding banking model onto the system. Never were able to do anything with it simply because of the latency. No market maker would market make to a platform that has 5-second latency. In the real world, majority of currencies are changing every millisecond. So that's 5,000 changes for the time period that nothing changes on Ripple. So that's one aspect. Of course, the second aspect is SEC goes after anything big and anything that doesn't pay to the politicians in power. Probably Ripple made the mistake of not paying, unlike FTX, and they're bearing the fruits of that.
What the fuck? Who was that?
So bullish.
He made a CBDC. That guy made a CBDC apparently.
Sounds like a maxi.
Sounds like a maxi. That's some FUD right there.
You know, here's the thing I found interesting. They let anyone get up on national platforms and run their mouth like they're a professional, only to find that they're not a professional after you vet them. After you vet them, and then you just find out they were trash in the beginning, that they were, I think my grandfather used to call them hucksters. You know, all these damn hucksters, man. Like, it's so hard to find real people.
Another layer of FUD, bro, is that everybody's like, "Oh, Trump's a fucking ETH maxi. Trump's got $250,000 worth of ETH," and it's like, dude, that's just. I'd look at that as a smokescreen. Trump was
Bitcoin.
That's a small bag.
Yeah, it's small bag for the man of the you know. But at the end of the day, bro, it's like someone had just like maybe said, "Hey, let's make some revenue for our campaign and do those Trump ETH cards. Remember those NFTs?" He was like, "Yeah, whatever."
Out.
Like, yeah, they sold out in an instant. But coming
Both
from Trump,
series
he could have
sold out.
He could have sold
Not
dog
one.
shit and it would have sold out immediately.
Right.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Both series sold out.
But honestly, I look at that as like a strategic, like to further the gap away from XRP with him. He endorsed that whole NFT project to make people think he wasn't on board with the ZERPs. But we know that he had the tip bot on his Twitter. We know that he's all tied up with Kushner? He's all tied up with all that shit, man. Sorry, go ahead.
Kushner and the other. What's the other dude? The guy that was writing his speeches.
Oh man, I forgot.
I forgot his name.
This is back in the day, guys. There's way more connections a lot of people forgot about. Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck?
Sorry, go ahead. I'm interrupting you guys.
No, this is beautiful. I think the thing that's really interesting is how many other senators, House of Representative members, governors, all these people aren't talking about how much crypto they hold. You think they're not holding crypto?
They're holding massive bags, bro.
I think they're holding massive.
Massive.
Just sitting there like, crypto ain't real.
Yeah, they don't have any other word. They don't have any other word in their mouth except for stablecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. That's all they talk about.
The thing too with that video and that guy is like not only the guy and what he's saying, which makes me super bullish, by the way, what he says, and it just proves that XRP's technology is so damn different from everything that's out there, right? It's, you know, he's saying it's a copy of a database and this and that. It's very much like the internet protocol and the way they're setting up their databases. They're doing with the internet of value here. But aside from that, who decides to run that interview, right? Who's in power behind that video to say, okay, hey, let's post this and, you know, put the title for it and all that good stuff and, you know, just cause some drama. So it's also the media behind who wants to give this guy the time of day to talk about some major FUD stuff with Ripple.
Does anybody know his name? Does anybody know his name?
Well, it was
does anybody know his name?
I think it was in the description of that tweet. But it was at Web3 Miami. When you have something that's when people use that term Web3 emotionally, I know that they're not about ZERPs. They're just not. It's all about Ether and Bitcoin. Evgeny Mitkov. There you go.
This guy
Evgeny
reminds me of a
Mitkov.
lot of Armenian guys that I meet over in LA, man. They just like talk with this confidence and it's just like, wow, you've done maybe a tiny bit of research. You maybe did some tone vase type of research. That's what they did. They did some tone vase type of research right there.
I want to apologize to absolutely nobody.
That's one of the best ones ever right there.
Hold on,
They're saying that
you find out they're big scammers in the end, right? He stole money from old ladies. You know,
I remember yesterday I was looking through Twitter and or X now. What's his face? Zach Rector reposted somebody else's like infographic for from July 22nd talking about liquidity. So at the end of the day, it's crazy. Like it shows all the exchange balances of XRP. And then
I saw that.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Soon to go down lower. Yep. Then there won't be much left at all. Priced out.
There won't be shit. Boom. There it is.
Don't wait till it happens.
Think about this, guys.
Crazy about this is the accounts with the most XRP has been sucking up them damn airdrops because they ain't been giving them out.
Yeah.
Right, but even those airdrops are like minute. It's like it's like dust in those accounts. But like,
and that's how many they have on the exchange.
So yeah, that's how much they have compared to what's in circulation. But it's not in circulation because it's not fucking available. It's like 11%. Doesn't it stay there? Sorry, go ahead.
Dude, go back up to the top. Who had 3 billion or a billion? Who was that?
Shout out, King Space.
Dang. A bit.
Yeah, but if you do the math, it's only 11%. It's only 11% what's in circulation. So you got 54.4 billion. This is as of July of 2022. There's been a lot more FOMO since then. So the numbers are probably lower because Ripple stopped selling to exchanges. There you go.
I mean, it's 11.3 million. That seems crazy low to me. But yeah, there's not much.
They know what they're doing. Bro, it ain't just the escrow that's earmarked. It's the in circulation amount too, dude. It's all these ZERPs. All the ZERPs are going to get distributed. Yeah.
All the money.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They'll
just buy up all the excess.
So if you had 10 million right now, you can go rip Coinbase raw.
Pretty much.
You can just rip it raw. Raw dog them. They'd probably call you up and be like, "Nah."
They would shut down Coinbase. They would say, "Sorry, due to
high volumes. Due to high volumes, we will not be able to take care of you." Yeah, and your bag is gone.
Uphold would make your phone would pop out a needle and make you give DNA on Uphold.
Please give us a blood sample.
Take blood sample, stool sample, urine sample. They want it all.
WorldCoin and Uphold is a perfect match right there.
Yo, how stupid do you have to be to scan your retina in for your crypto? Yo, like that's just saying, hey, I'm gonna get this, and like if you want it, you know, you're just gonna take my head.
Yeah.
They don't care, bro. New app, new thing, new shiny, new quarter. Ooh, piece of candy. Like that's what people are.
Yep.
They don't understand this. They don't understand the ramifications of it. Because
at this point, people are loving all the technology innovation. If it's AR, VR, whatever, man. If it can plug up your eyes, plug up your ears and your mouth, man, and it's tech, you're good. You're good.
It's called The Matrix.
Yeah.
They did 3 movies on it. And some cartoons.
See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Exactly, man. They just cover it all up, man.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Wayside, Crypto Tells, Working Till Moon, Rain here.
Here.
Shout out Rain, Friday nights. Let's go.
We got just a reminder that the value of XRP on the private ledger will be the same as the public ledger. But the question is, will the value of XRP be the...
But the question is, will the value of XRP be the same in the private ledgers as it is on the public?
Yes. The value proposition of XRP is that it has these liquidity pools. It doesn't make sense to isolate something. Like there's no place where gold is worth twice as much as it is now, because if there was, people would just bring gold there and they would buy gold somewhere else and they would sell it there. Unless the only way that you can have the value be very different in two places is if there's a lot of friction. And if there's friction, someone will make a business of removing that friction. So I don't see any realistic scenario where XRP has significantly different value unless something's wrong. Like a good example of a case, there was a time where the value of XRP, they called it the kimchi premium, right? Where the value of XRP in some Asian countries was very high, but that was because there were capital controls, right? That was because things were bad. I think that's a sign that something is not going well. The value proposition of XRP is that you can take it to all of the places, right? If I sell you some gold and you say, hey, this gold can only be used in jewelry, you're like, well, that kind of sucks. I don't want that gold, right? The value proposition of gold is that you have access to the entire value proposition of gold. And so I don't see any scenario in which where it makes sense to snip pieces off again, unless something.
But the question is, will the value of XRP be the same in the private ledgers?
For a second, I thought Tony was like, no, but dude, I'm asking, will the value of XRP?
Wasn't there a riddle for that too, like the drop the fence one where the grass was higher on one side? You remember that one?
Walled gardens.
Yeah, where it's like the picket fence and the grass was really high on one side and it was mowed on the other side. But
shout out to Protein 40. He picked up an extra bullish hat.
Hey man, I like that there's a private ledger that they're able to test the shit out of before they go public. I mean, you're not hearing that for any other type of system that's out there. And it definitely seems like if you're working with governments, they will want to be privately testing something for long periods of time before they unleash it to the public.
And that's like the game, like FedNow. FedNow's been testing this shit, bro. They didn't just start testing when they went live. You know what I'm saying? They want everyone to make it seem like it's so far out on the horizon. Man, they've been tested this.
Yep. Oh yeah, they're making sure the security is going to be top notch, man.
2835. If you know, you know. What's this, bro? What's this, bag man?
Yeah, we got E4. You guys know E4, guitar player, Moon Party guitar player. He's gonna be jumping into the NFT Tempo Summer Sundays music battle today. So you guys want to check that out? Go support E4. E4 rocking NF Tempo.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
That's definitely what's up.
E4 here.
Yeah, man. When it comes to like the evil of this, like there's no stopping it, bro. It's already been evil. We've been done evil. Like people are like, oh, it's gonna be so much worse. Like it's not that fucking. Like we're already in the pot boiling. Like inflation is out of control, bro. Like being able to buy a home, good luck.
Out of control.
Out of control.
Out of control.
It's insane. You can't buy. Nobody can buy a home anymore. Nobody can start. You know.
Prayers for Maui.
Done.
It's funny you said that. I was looking at some property over in Vegas. When I say looking, I was just looking. And they have these not duplexes. They got these houses, or they're condos. But the way they have them, they're like about $400K, and like one, you go up the driveway. You got the basically you go up the driveway, and one's like an apartment to the right, and then one's the condo itself to the. The condos to the right, and the smaller condos to the left, and they call it, and they're kind of together. Them jokers like $400K. I know for a fact back in the day that used to be $120K. I know for a fact, but I'm like, dang, because my thought process is if I could ever afford it in the right manner, to get one to stay in and the other one to put a studio in, like a YouTube studio, so people can come and use it. If I'm in Vegas or whatever, right? Or if I'm like, hey, y'all want to use the studio in Vegas? Let's go ahead and use it. You know.
Yeah.
But just playing out for the future, man. But
there's a joke, man. All of our boomer parents and grandparents, when I was your age, I owned a house. Well, back then the fucking house was $23,000. Like, yeah, the cost of living, but the cost of living never grew with inflation. That's the problem.
Back in the day, you could work at a gas station pumping gas and own a house.
Yeah.
Peep that.
Yeah.
Peep that.
Peep that, bro.
The houses is what kept people from going broke, because as they accelerated the debt system, it was inflating the housing market. So people had the money there. Now we're at the top. The houses are crazy high. There's nowhere else to go. They ran out of road. They don't even fix roads anymore. Just potholes everywhere. We don't even fix roads, bro.
I remember Trump saying like we could like repave all the roads in America at one time in a speech, like just from like a portion of the money that we like launder and shit and give away and they steal.
The thing that doesn't impress me is when people like say you don't want to support these countries, these other countries, by sending them your taxpayers. I'm like, nah, bro, we got some stuff to do here right now. We got some projects that need to be done, So I think the currency system has no choice but to flip. There's just too much debt.
Amen. 509.
Daytona. Less than a week
up,
away.
Guys.
Tell them to put a little slash on the O for the day. Make it a 589 experience.
We got Sean T coming out to handle that.
Nice.
Climb up the ladder and paint over the 509. I'm just poking at you, Sean, man. You ain't gonna get mad at me, dog. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, man. Y'all come out the 509 Daytona, man. We're gonna have a good time. Doors open. We'll be there at 9. Doors, they say they're gonna close at 1:32. We'll figure that out. But we're gonna have a good time in Daytona, man. I'm writing up an itinerary now. My wife is like, "Yeah, what are you guys gonna do when you come out?" I'm like, "Well, we're gonna do this and this and this." She's like, "Did you write out an itinerary?" I'm like, "I need one." She's like, "Yeah, we're gonna write one down."
You guys gonna have a spa experience?
Yeah, we're going to the alligator spa.
Gator nuggets, bro.
They're gonna nibble on our. They're gonna nibble on our feet.
So what Bags is joking with y'all about is what he's trying to say was last time I was in Vegas, I went out with everybody and we went to a spa and I had some little fishies nibbling on the. He's trying to be funny with y'all, but it's true.
That was fun.
So Dr. Fish.
If you guys are just new watching, we got a Daytona meetup August 18th. That's in 5 days. We'll all be out in Daytona, Florida, hanging out with a club, hanging out with Bagman, having some interviews, having some fun, smoking and joking, having some drinks. Let's go out. If you guys can meet us out there, we'd love to have you.
Links in the description.
Yeah, link in the description. And what's the cost? It's like a $10 door fee. That's it.
Yeah, man.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Cheap. $10. Cheap.
XRPBAGS.link/meetup. I also just dropped a new album, Moon Music Volume 4. We're also running a crypto contest song. We did one in 2021. Top 3 songs enter can win up some XRP. Top prize 589 XRP. Second place 200. Third place 99 XRP. Links in the description. All you got to do is pick up the album and then download the instrumental and then make a crypto song. Links in the description. Fill out the form and then we'll vote on the winner in 30 days. We also got coffee time coming up 11:11 at the top of the hour. Make sure to check that out with Uncle Buster and Berserker. Also link in the description for GDLT. Make sure to drop a subscribe over on his channel, GDLT.
Appreciate you, Bagman. See you guys in coffee time.
Seriously, man.
Yeah, get on there, G.
Shout out to the chat. We love you guys. Thanks for coming in and liking and subbing and all that good stuff. Boom.
You know I'm there when you let the kids in.
Hit the like and subscribe, people. Please hit the like and subscribe. We see we got 161 of y'all.
So the way I think about it is that if Ripple is evil or for evil, at least it'll change your life with some money. You know what I mean? If you got some money, it'll be okay. Like, see, you're poor, and you're still in an evil system. Like, that's the way you got to look at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you need a cold one and a rolled one.
Nice. I like that, Mark. That sounds like some Blue Crew talk right there.
Yeah, it's a ticket. You got a choice. You buy
coffee and beer.
Train. Boom.
I mean,
go belly up.
Crypto
you
and
free yourself first, and then
beer and
worry
crypto.
about. But I do pray that it's a better system, man. Because we can eliminate all corruption.
We're going in for some good times, y'all. We've been going through some dark times. It's time to go through, through the big change, and I think it's going to be bullish, man. I'm excited. Future's bright.
Yeah. So here's a big one I want to talk to y'all about these cold storage wallets. We've all seen the banks fail. We've all known that banks will take your money and misplace it, lose it. Even if you do nothing but buy a cold storage wallet and take your cash and change it to USDC or USDT or whatever, and then put it on there and be your own bank, you're better off. Straight up.
Yeah.
Amen.
Are you guys handing out free coffee on Coffee Time?
Hell yeah,
Esper
bro.
wants to know.
I'm brewing the pot right now. Let's go.
Kevin,
love
Land,
it.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to Kevin Land. Just dropped a $10 super chat. Says thanks for the show, guys. Appreciate you, Kevin. You coming out to Florida? We'll see you on Coffee Time.
Love it. Appreciate you having me on, Bagman. This is awesome. Thank you, sir.
I'm about to do y'all a favor. I'm about to drop the link in the chat to get you a cold storage wallet. Here you go.
don't click on the link, bro. Don't. No, it's probably Bagman's link, man. Bagman's got a.
It's Bagman's link.
Yeah. If you go through, guys, Bagman's like descriptions on his videos, he's got links to this shit. Like, yeah, he gets a kickback, but it's not even that bad. Like, the discount is way better for the consumer. So if you go through the links in his description, you get hooked up. There's like a 2-pack. Like, Decent's always doing like giveaways. It's crazy, bro. Decent Wallet is good too.
Yeah, if you just buy it straight out, it's like $30-$40 more.
Without the discount. Yeah.
I did a 2-pack on your link, I think, when I bought mine. I gifted Berserker a Decent Wallet, man, for all the service.
Bro.
You guys got any favorite strains?
You got
XRP OG? Liquidity OG, on-demand liquidity.
Favorite strain of smoke? I'm not a smoker, man.
My strain is like Colombian hazelnut dark roast. That's my strain.
Oh, you talking about coffee? I like Pete, man. I like Pete's coffee, man.
Yeah, Pete's bomb, bro. That shit'll that'll wake your ass up, bro.
Coffee right there, bro.
Yeah,
dude. I'm gonna tell you something. You'll laugh, man. Like, so a couple months ago, a friend of mine, he sells coffee. He's got his own coffee thing. But my wife bought some different type of coffee. I'm just a Maxwell House guy. Whatever's free, right? My wife bought some coffee. It was so bomb. I'm like, what is this? Is this Starbucks? She's like, nah, this is just a different brand. I'm like, shit, they selling different brands out here?
Well, they're stepping their game up, bro. I remember back in the day, it was like seeds and stems, that Mexican pack weed. You know, remember that shit? It was like smuggled in under some woman's bosom, like in duct tape. Like that's
it's like folded in paper.
Yeah,
it's not even in a bag.
Super dry. Yeah. Nowadays, the shit you can get a hold of, it'll put you to sleep.
ODL Kush.
That boob sweat might moisten it up a little bit, though.
The boob sweat.
Who doesn't like a little boob sweat? You know, let's just keep it real.
I remember back in the day, in order to moisturize that shit, you had to throw it in the microwave with like a fucking orange peel. I don't know if you guys remember those days. Like, that's back in the day. But like, it's the same thing. It's synonymous with coffee. Back in the day, everybody was drinking Folgers and Maxwell House, and that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it. Like, you had Sanka fucking dry crystals, like garbage. Nowadays, the coffee
Sanka
you get is
meth.
super
I guarantee
premium.
you it was meth, dude. I guarantee there was meth in Sanka back in the day.
There's meth in Sanka.
I guarantee we just ain't know it.
Looks like we got a lot of smokers
in the coffee.
Yeah, coffee stepped this game up too. Yeah, Lush Mints. Man, they got names and shit for this. Blueberry Bubble Bumper.
Extra Bullish Kush.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Shout out,
like,
Tails.
Dude, I'm surprised there isn't like a dispensary or something that's crypto themed like that. You get like BTC OG and then or it's like super slow and it just sucks.
I'm sure it's coming, man. I'm sure it's coming. Especially when it pops off, they know you got all the money. Oh,
dude, like Dogecoin OG would probably go nuts. That'd be like a #1 seller just for people.
It could be Skunk.
We used
Hey
to
guys,
smoke that mint weed.
Let's go ahead and get on out of here and get set up for coffee time. You guys got any last words before we get on out of here?
Thank you, Bagman, for shouting us out. Thanks for having us again. Much obliged.
Let's do part two on coffee time, man. Head on over there and we'll keep the crypto going.
So y'all hear this change? It's going to Vice Star. It will be turned into XRP at the end of the day. You're right. It's too much of that bag, man, to be sitting here like, oh, Lord.
Buy your ticket to the train. Buy your ticket to the train. Let's go.
Kevin Land, $15 super chat says, can't make it out there. I work 6-7 days a week, but it would be nice. Appreciate you, Kevin Land, for the $5 super chat. We'll see you at the next one. Hey, man, but with that being said, go ahead, Fuma.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just hyped up about this weekend coming up in Daytona. So we got Bags, Berserker coming out. We got some other people. Lady E will be out. We got Lemmy's going to be out. Everybody will be out. Come on out, people. We love to have you in Daytona, man. We're really honored to have you all as guests in Daytona.
Yes, sir.
Daytona's really honored to have this happen. We appreciate you guys.
Showing love to the East Coast. Let's go.
Grab a cup. Let's talk crypto.
That was good.
Bullish.
Adios.
Bullish.
Opportunity of a lifetime, better seize it. Been getting to these bags all bear season. Eating, big bull season. Rise of the phoenix. 1% on me, they gon' call us genius. Busters want your bags in, why they so mad? Your ass fell asleep like a quick nap. I told you wake your ass up, better get that. Generational wealth, yeah, we got that. I'm holding those generational